Hey people, I am live. Welcome to the Wednesday evening stream. It is 6:30 p.m. January the 21st, 2026. It's around minus 2 degrees Celsius, I think. There's some very, very light snow coming down. We had snow coming down for much of the day today, actually. It's just letting up now. I think another 5 to 10 centimeters was forecast to fall on the city today. I don't think we got 10 centimeters downtown, but maybe closer to 5. It's definitely a lot warmer tonight than it was on Monday night when I did my stream then. I see people popping in the chat. Hello Gertij, Jan Neeson, hello Nadine, Vivian Johnson, Famous Master, Jillian, First Last, Dan Harmson, Mr. Adams Apple, William Elliott, Howard Charco, how you doing? Leo Chung is here. Felicity's in the house. What's up? Drew Costin, hello Karen and Daniel, John Nicholson, Jacques, hello Chowdhury, and Greg and Lena. It's great to have you all. Hello Zach and Astra Strauss. Hello Ziggy. Hello Maureen Bruce and Sandy. I don't think there's anything on my lens. I literally just came outside, so hasn't really been a chance for anything to even get on my lens here. I'm just around the corner from my place on Dundas Street East. We're heading east, heading into Regent Park. Hey, Lemon Pledge. What's up, Squeaky Cat? I think it's just a bit fogged up, maybe. Doesn't take long. I literally have been outside for 5 minutes. What's up, Aiden Thompson? Toronto's doo-wop music guy. And Picard is here. Tea, Earl Grey, hot. Just Smitty, minus 25 on Friday, and maybe I won't live stream on Friday. Normally I would be doing a stream on a Friday, but maybe not this Friday. We'll see. Hey, Damon Washington. What's up, Cam? I thought I'd do a walk through the east side here for a bit. Do a hot chocolate live stream in minus 25, yeah? Is that the wind chill though? When they say it's going to be minus 25, are you talking about the wind chill? Or, because I'll be surprised if it's actual minus 25 in Toronto. That doesn't happen very often. The wind chill is not the temperature. Indoor only. Yeah, that sounds alright. We'll just sit in Cafe Landwehr and have some hot chocolate. I bet you that would probably do pretty well. I bet you they play music in there though all the time. That would be a bit of a troubling thing to have to deal with. Hey, year-old Bumblefoot. What's up, Bill Chow? Yeah, we got more snow today, so that's why it looks so fluffy and fresh here. Still coming down right now, a little bit. Hey, Carl Roth. Wind chill of -34. I wonder how my phone and stuff would deal with that, you know, my gimbal, my phone. It seemed to do all right the other night. On Monday night it was pretty cold, but not that cold. It was only more like -20 something with the wind chill on Monday night. Like -21 or something. Hey Jacob, sorry to hear if you're not doing well. I'm doing all right. Hey John Gordon. We're walking through Regent Park. My boots, the boots are good. They do the job. Squeaky cat. Yeah, I'll be surprised if the temperature, not counting the wind chill, gets down that low in Toronto. I mean, it's not unheard of, but I mean, it's pretty rare, right? Even -20 is pretty rare right in the city. If it is actual -25, that will probably be the coldest day it's ever been since I've been living in Toronto. Last 15 years or so. I can't think of any other day where it was actually -25. Hey, Randy Ruck. Oh, including wind chill, yeah. Right now it's not cold at all. It's close to the freezing point, I think, right now. It was a lot colder this morning. I think it was around -11, like early this morning. And then it got warmer throughout the day. Kendra. That's Johnny's traveling companion, right? Kendra. The AI chatbot, as he says, as he calls it. Hey, Scott. I think I came up with that Kendra name actually back when I was watching one of those streams, and then they just went with it. Hey, Trans Canada. Hello, Blackout G-Star. Hello, Marcelo. My day was all right. Nothing notable really. Now, Donkey, that I believe, Smooth Rock Falls gets actual temperatures like that. Hey, LOL -R8 Q7. Thank you very much for the super chat. Hope you enjoy the stream tonight. Much appreciated. LOL. Hey, Salayada, hello. The park. It's called Regent Park, the aquatic center. And the sidewalks are all covered with snow. Nothing has been plowed or cleared yet. Edmonton gets super duper cold, I know that. I've been there. I've been there a bunch of times. No, I haven't done an ASMR video in a long time, Zach. I don't really do those much. People ask for them sometimes, but when I have done them, people don't watch them. It's like they want to hear the talking, I think, more than the ambient sounds of the city. But I have done some in the past. You want to check those out? Hey, thanks, Bill Chow. Now, I'll get requests to do a certain type of video. Maybe multiple times I'll get a request. Like a type of video that I don't normally do, say. And then if I actually go and do that video, it doesn't get views. It's just one of those things, you know. Or it'll get far less views than a more typical video. Hey Jada, hello. Hey, this is Now Open, new sushi spot here. LOL, another super chat, 20 bucks. Or super sticker, I should say. Thank you very kindly once again, LOL, for the very generous support. Cheers, LOL. Thank you once again. Hey, Phil. Yeah, I don't think there's any question that the talking or the narrated videos do a lot better than the non-narrated ones. Because I used to do non-narrated videos in the early days of my channel. And I did my first narrated video, I think in May of 2019, so it was quite a while ago actually when I started doing my narrated videos, before my channel was even monetized. Hey, Sal Smith. All right. River Street. Hey, Hero Monaco. Is the New York area supposed to get hit with some snowy weather? I thought I saw that pop up on the news, and I think a couple of YouTube channels based in New York were referring to a big snowstorm or coming snowstorm. And another super. Delta Echo, $10 for the slush fund. When it gets a bit warmer like this, the slush is a big thing here. It's getting slushier by the second here tonight. Thank you very kindly, Delta Echo. Cheers. Yeah, I'll try to avoid the slush as best I can here. Ever heard of Long Island? Even like a couple of the boroughs of New York are on Long Island, right? Brooklyn and Queens are on the island. Hey, Bestest Times Reborn. Shannon Baker, hello. Staten Island is its own island. As is Manhattan. I'm sure Vivian and Alan, if they miss something, it's no big thing. I'm sure they'll eventually see if there's something that warrants their attention. No need to sort of call them out in that way. Nobody's perfect. I'm certainly not. I didn't notice anything in the chat though. See? Hey, Raphael, hello. Hello, Jerry. Must be somebody already blocked. Yeah, that's a thing. If there's someone that gets under your skin for whatever reason, with the things they post and whatnot, you can always just block that one person in the chat. You can just block them and you won't see any of their posts anymore. No harm, no foul, right? If you don't like to see things a certain person says, you don't have to. Hey, Tiana. Hello, ICNPC. Yeah, the snow is just coming down super duper lightly right now. It was supposed to taper off in the evening, and that seems to be what's happening. I did go out today, though, earlier, and recorded a video when it was snowing a bit heavier, so I do have that. So there'll be another snow video coming up on the channel, pre-recorded video. Hey, Heartbeats Local, hello. Hope you're doing well today, Donkey. D-banger, how do I deal with it? Data costs? I actually switched to a different plan that just came into effect. I'm now getting 200 gigs of high-speed data a month for $20 less than what I was paying before for 100 gigs of high-speed data, so I think I'm doing pretty good in that in that way. Hey, Cappy. Yeah, when my lens fogs up a bit, you get those mysterious glowing effects from all the lights. Have to remember to wipe the lens every now and again. Alright, crossing Queen. Felicity is still here. Well, I didn't turn off or turn on Do Not Disturb. All right, there. I just turned Do Not Disturb on. Felicity's still here. keep getting weird pop-ups and things like that while I'm streaming. Unless I have Do Not Disturb turned on. Sometimes I'll get a call and everyone will just hear a weird noise on their end. All right, crossing King. Miss Nisamik, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name somewhat properly there. Thank you very much for the $9.99. Miss Nisamik. For a hot and cold beverage of my choice, enjoying the videos. That is awesome. Glad to hear it. Very much appreciated. Thank you very kindly. Hey, 315 Tricky. Or I guess MS is Ms., right? Ms. Nisamik. Like Ms. Magazine. Do they still publish that? So I hope everything worked out in your favor yesterday, Felicity. I remember you sent me that text. Hope your job is going good and continues to go good. Am I making a video with Johnny again soon? Well, we haven't really made a plan or anything. Oh, okay, Felicity. Yeah, keep me posted about all that stuff. Hey, Kurt. We're on Lower River. Walking past Underpass Park. It's all under construction right now. I'm sure Johnny and I will get together before too long. Probably not until he's back from his trip he's taking soon. Maybe sometime in the spring we might get together. I don't know, maybe sooner. He will reveal all, B-Banger. He will reveal all when the time comes. I know where he's going, but he likes to kind of keep things to be a bit of a surprise, as you all know. Hey, Christos. And a funny dog, hello. Right, we're at Bayview Avenue. The triple thick strawberry shake. How was that? You should do that. You should go to France and eat all the bread and all the butter. I was in France once. I was in a bit of a weird state though. I was sort of wandering around in a bit of a daze when I was in France, so it's almost like a dream now when I look back on it. I remember I was walking through Paris and it just felt like some sort of surreal experience. Remember I laid down and took a nap on a bench by the Eiffel Tower. I went to McDonald's on the Champs-Élysées, or however else you pronounce that. Hey, Michael Klein. Did anyone speak English? Well, I guess, yeah, some people, but mostly people were speaking French. I think I just asked for my fries in English at the McDonald's I went into. Pretty sure they all know what fries means. Hey, Jasmine NYC. I went to McDonald's because that's all I could afford. I was like flat broke when I was in Paris. That's why I was walking around in a bit of a daze. Didn't have a proper place to stay and I didn't have enough food to feed myself properly. Canary district. BG wants to know what color my sunglasses are. Yeah, I think they're like a brownish color. Yeah, they're not black. Definitely brown. I don't have them with me right now. I decline not to wear my sunglasses at night for the stream. Yeah, I've been to Germany also. I went all around Western Europe. When I was there that time, I hit up Germany, France, the Netherlands, Belgium, England. Check this out. Hey, Ken Lan. Clay fishies. Yeah, I was taking trains from city to city. I had the Eurail pass. I think you can still do that. But I ran out of money, or I couldn't access the money I had in the bank. My bank card stopped working at some point, and I couldn't take any money out of the bank. And I tried everything I could to try to get my money out of the bank, and nothing I did worked. I was not able to get it out until I came back to Canada, basically. So the last week or so I was in Europe. I was there for 3 weeks. The last week or so I was basically wandering around flat broke, trying to survive until my flight to come back home. My flight was booked on a certain day and I had to wait until that day. Hey, a ray of sunshine. I tried everything. Nothing worked. I even went to the Canadian embassy in Brussels. Walked halfway across Brussels just to go to the Canadian embassy, see if they could help me out. Nope. I was sleeping on benches and train stations, and even slept in a van with a bunch of hippies one night. You know, anywhere I could lay down. It was quite the adventure. I didn't really eat for about 5 days, you know. Yeah, I was a hobo in France and also in Belgium. I still had a little bit of money when I was in Germany, so I was able to enjoy Germany a bit, and England, and the Netherlands. So I got to enjoy those countries somewhat properly. But then Belgium and France, I was a hobo. An unwashed hobo. Alright, can we not do whatever is going on in the chat? With, you know, all the bickering and name calling or whatever the heck is going on. Can we just not do that? If you need to block people, just go ahead and block someone. Donkey, you got lost in the bush up north and slept with the skunks. Hey, Alicia Lewis, hello. A whole bunch of people working out right beside me here. Did I lose a lot of weight? Oh, I think I definitely lost some weight. I definitely lost some weight not eating for 5 days and wandering around, just walking and walking and walking and walking. Hey, Queen Victoria. Hey, Brad Palmer, happy Wednesday. Yeah, you can't look cute when it's minus whatever the heck it's going to be on Friday, right? Shoppers Drug Mart there now. Waiting for this long ass light. We're at Cherry Street. Slush. Walking through slush. This is nicer than a Michigan interstate. I should hope so. This end of town is a bit of a construction site right now, to be honest, though. There's construction all over the place, so it's a bit torn up at the moment. Doesn't look its best, but it's coming along. Got the nice old Canary restaurant building over there. Looks fantastic now. They spruced it up. They're still looking for a new tenant, though, to go down on the main floor there. Retail for lease. That used to be the Cherry Street restaurant or whatever it was called back in the day. But yeah, the building looks great now, the old building. Got the new buildings all around it now. Scary medical test and a layoff scare. Holy moly. That is a lot. I finally got myself a family doctor. I haven't really had one since I moved to Toronto. My family doctor was still up in North Bay and I never got around to getting a new one here. But I finally got one. Well, I have gone to walk-in clinics and that sort of thing, right? But yeah, I finally have an actual family doctor. I think I'm pretty healthy though. I mean, I don't feel anything that would lead me to believe otherwise. I don't really feel any different than I did, 20 years ago, to be honest, as far as my body and all my physical abilities and that sort of thing. I haven't noticed any sort of decline, is what I'm trying to say. We're all healthy until we're not. Yeah, I guess that's true, yeah. I think I'm actually stronger now than I was 20 years ago, like easily, without question. Because I wasn't really working out a lot 20 years ago. Jewelry district is down that way. Looks like a new restaurant is coming here. That's good. It's nice to see like new businesses pop up, because this area didn't really have a lot of that sort of stuff before. It was just a lot of sort of old industrial buildings and parking lots, things like that. And they started building it all up, and now we got some new businesses popping up all around the area. Some life to what was a sort of a dead part of town before. Yeah, some parts of Toronto are literally unrecognizable compared to, say, even as little as 10 years ago. Some parts are completely different. Can't wait to visit Toronto again. Would you come in the winter, or would you like wait until the weather got nice? It's a whole different vibe in the winter. So, walking a bit careful on the slushy sidewalk. That sky tower towering over everything. Yeah, walking in the snow. Yeah, it definitely is a bit of a workout at times. Have to put in twice the effort just to move the same amount of distance that you normally would. Look at this. This is like ridiculous here. Just a narrow, slushy, barely pathway to walk through. Like, look at but choose my steps carefully here. Yeah, there is no sidewalk here. Big ass snow banks here. I don't know what's going on in the chat tonight, but it's not cool. Just be like Fonzie, okay? Be cool. Hey. Hey Darren, hello. We still got some snow coming down, just very lightly. Hey Jefferson, hello. Let's go down to the Esplanade. That should look nice. Hey, Cass Venus. Imran, hello. I hope Marie is doing better after her elbow surgery. Hey Marie, if you're listening. Your watch just automatically calls emergency services if you like do things like jump into a pile of snow. Jeez. You should probably disable that when you're out frolicking in the snow. Alan K, $2. Happy Humpty Dumpty Day. That's right, we are at Hump Day, or I guess Hump Night now. Thank you very much, Alan K. Happy Thursday Eve, I guess we could also say. Cheers. Oh, you should, Felicity. You should go back and share that. Sometimes I'll see people mention my channel on Reddit in various forums, like mostly the Toronto subreddit or the Ask TO subreddit. Sometimes people might ask about what are some good local YouTube channels and that sort of thing. And sometimes my channel has been mentioned, which is always kind of neat to see. Hey, Hero Monaco and Transit Mobile Scooter. $2 from each of you. Thank you very much. You matched Alan K, Hero Monaco, and Transit Mobile Scooter for the Hot Beverage Fund. Cheers. All right. Thanks to both of you for the super chats. Much appreciated. Yeah, not many people seem to be out. It is kind of a pleasant evening, to be honest. It's not that cold. Everything looks all pretty for now with the freshly fallen snow. Hey, Tassink, hello. Yeah, it is kind of a beautiful night now. I thought this would be a nice street to walk along on a night like this. The Esplanade. Yeah, it has a bit of a European scale, I find, along here. Of course, you have the skyscrapers off in the distance, which sort of ruin that illusion a little bit, but if you don't look at those, I like to look at them though. Hey, Hank. I have not made a snow angel other than the time I slipped and fell. Maybe there was a bit of a snow Ken in the on the sidewalk after that. Mostly just my ass, to be honest. Here's the Ken Continuum's ass print in the snow. Treasure it always. Yeah, I sprang right back up. It was not like a serious fall or anything like that. I sprang back up just as quickly as I went down. I'm a spring chicken because I sprang right back up. Or is it I sprung up? Is it I sprung up or I sprang up? Alright, I'll say tookus. I landed on my tookus. Some snow is coming down ever so lightly. Let me wipe off my lens here. Yeah, that actually worked. Am I cold? Not at all. It's not even a little bit cold to me right now. Just walking slow right now. That's okay. Ooh, kind of a neat look at the Sky Tower. I'm kind of obsessed with this building. It just keeps getting taller and taller. It's almost topped out though. It's getting close to its final height.
I was like, okay. But she has always been like that.
Hey, Craig Schultz. Aaron Hockey. It's awesome to have you all tonight. Anyone else who I might have missed your greeting, sorry about that. If I did miss it, it wasn't intentional. But hello back to anyone. If you didn't already hear me say it, I'm saying it now. Ooh, lots of slush here. Ugh, gross. It's a good thing I have these boots on. We don't need snow. Yeah, I agree. I'd be happy without it. A week ago, there was no snow. Last Wednesday, it was +5. No snow at all. It was very pleasant. I recorded a video and I did a live stream last Wednesday. Enjoying the pleasant conditions. And then we got hit the next day with the big snowstorm. This is David Crombie Park. We've been walking along for a while now. Yeah, that's Toronto's Twin Towers. There's actually another set of Twin Towers further down that also is reminiscent of the Old World Trade Center. These aren't nearly as tall, obviously, as the Old World Trade Center buildings, but they're still pretty damn tall. Sky Tower is closer in height to the Old World Trade Center. Hey, Choppy. How nice is this? Let me get a proper unfoggy look here. Sometimes I just feel lucky to be able to live right here in downtown Toronto. It gets a lot of hate, but whatever, it's an awesome city. Haters gonna hate. Do a backflip while holding the gimbal? No problem. No problem. I'm just standing here in the middle of this park. The snow is very fluffy right here. It's undisturbed. Very fluffy and undisturbed. Yeah, there's hardly any wind. That's what makes it so nice tonight. The wind just ruins things, I find. Whether it's winter or summer. A nice breeze in the summer can be nice, but when it's a gusty, windy day in the summer, it still sucks. And in the winter, of course, it's horrendous. But now, it's just ideal, I think, as far as a winter evening goes. Just a bit below freezing, some light snow just coming down, no wind chill. At least no wind chill that I can feel. Hey Alex, Toronto Walker, hello. Yeah, it started today, Algernon Templeton. The snow started this morning. And it snowed pretty much all day. It's just letting up now. Back on the other part of the Esplanade. Hey, Bradley Taylor. I could easily be very happy living here on the Esplanade. A lot of these apartment buildings you see, these low or mid-rise ones, are co-ops. I think they're pretty good places to live. We have over 400 viewers. Welcome everyone. We just passed an hour too. So welcome any new viewers if you're just joining. If you're wondering what the heck I'm doing or where I am, I'm just walking around downtown on a nice winter evening here. Got some light snow still coming down. Oh, is that right, Felicity? Yes, thank you, Vivian Johnson. That's right. Hit all the buttons if you're new, or even if you're not new and you haven't done that yet. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I do my next live stream. I usually stream about 3 times a week. And I post pre-recorded videos on all the other days of the week. Come and say hi in the chat if you're new, if you want to anyway. You have to subscribe in order to do that though. Hey, Yvonne Atherton, hello. Yeah, it is free. It don't cost a thing. Just like love. Wasn't that a movie? Love don't cost a thing? Well, neither does subscribing to my channel. There's St. Lawrence Market, the famed St. Lawrence Market. I remember, yeah, I went to Prince Street Pizza with Megan, right? At the Well. I haven't been back since. That was the one and only time. I did like the pizza though. I think I gave it like an 8 out of 10 or something. Are the edges of the key iced over? I don't think so. I haven't really taken a look in the last couple of days, but yeah, I'm not too sure. It's warmed up today, so maybe if they were, they've probably melted again today. Can't Buy Me Love. Yeah, that was the movie that came out first, right? Love Don't Cost a Thing was sort of like a remake of Can't Buy Me Love. I have that movie on DVD, the original one. What would I rate Greco's pizza? To me, Greco's is easily like a 9. But maybe you have to be from North Bay to agree with that. And maybe some of their pizza, like the gourmet pizza, is like a perfect 10. But just like a basic sort of cheese pizza or something, it's like a 9 to me. When Megan came with me to North Bay though, she tried Greco's and she thought it was awesome too, so it might not just be North Bay people who think it's so good. She was like, wow, this is like really good pizza. Any dinguses? I haven't come across any dinguses. Last time I streamed, there was one though who walked past me on Yonge Street on Monday night. He didn't do anything, he just said something dingus-like as he walked past me. You agree, donkey? That guy was a total knob. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. I'm just walking down Yonge Street, streaming, chatting, you know, everything was pleasant and enjoyable. It was a freezing night, but everything was working well. All my gadgets were working. I was having a nice time, and then this guy just walks past me as I'm going down Yonge and just calls me an effing loser. just because. That's just what he says to people doing things that he doesn't understand, I guess, when he walks past them. Hey Hank, $10 for a pizza slice. Thank you. Thank you, Hank. I kind of have a hankering for Greco's in North Bay. I wonder if I should hop on a bus, take a trip up north. Thank you very, very much, Hank, for the generous super chat. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the walk tonight, Hank. Is it North Bay where the actor Ernest is from? I don't think so. Some other well-known people are from North Bay, though. Or lived in North Bay at one time or another. Michael J. Fox lived there for a while when he was a kid. He wasn't born there, but he did live there for a while when he was a kid. He went to the same elementary school that I went to, actually, just at different times. He's older, obviously, than me. We lived in the same neighborhood, or he lived in the same neighborhood that I later lived in. And Scott Thompson from the Kids in the Hall, he was born in North Bay. Lynn Johnson, the cartoonist, who had that comic strip, For Better or For Worse. It was like a really big comic strip for a long time. She also lived just outside of North Bay. Hey, Jacqueline, hello. You've been in jail in North Bay? Oh, the old North Bay Jail on Trout Lake Road. That one? Some nice lights over there. Hey, Rick Lamb. Right, let me wipe the lens again. Hey, Lorraine McLean. Good evening. You read that comic daily? Yeah, it was like a huge comic strip, right? And I found out later on that she was really good friends. Lynn Johnson, the cartoonist, was really good friends with Charles Schultz, the guy who did the Peanuts comic strip. Like, they became close friends. And he would come to visit her in North Bay, so Charles Schultz used to spend time in North Bay visiting Lynn Johnson. I was a huge Peanuts fan when I was a little kid. Bradley Taylor. Actually, I wasn't born in North Bay. Nope, I was born in another town called Wallaceburg in southwestern Ontario. That's where I was born. And then we moved to North Bay when I was a kid, basically. About 5 years old. We moved around a couple times, I think, and then when I was 5 years old, we moved to North Bay, and then that's where I grew up from that point on. I do like the Beatles, though, yes. And yes, I do YouTube for a living. Not just the streams, but the pre-recorded videos also. Hey, BG. The dog fountain. When is my next video stream at the Toronto airport? Beats me. Next time I take a trip, I guess, that would warrant going to the airport. I have done a couple of other videos at the airport though, if you want to check those out from past trips that I've taken. Yeah, the dogs are all covered in snow. Hey, Colleen. Am I traveling this year? Probably. I haven't like planned out anything specific, but I'm pretty sure sometime during the year I'll go somewhere. I'll leave Toronto at some point and go somewhere. Do I enjoy Pearson Airport? I wouldn't say I enjoy it. I just go there when I have to. I thought it was okay as far as airports go. It's better than a lot of other airports that I've been to, I can tell you that. As far as a place to spend some time goes. The Ottawa day trip so you can skate on the Rideau Canal. Yeah. I remember last year you wanted to do that. And I suggested that, right? Because I was planning to go to Ottawa. And I did end up going to Ottawa, but I didn't go until Canada Day.
I like the opposite of
It was boring. It does have a reputation for being boring. I think it's a big enough city that if you really want to seek out certain things, you can find most of them, but obviously it's not going to offer as much to do in the same way a city like Toronto is, or Montreal. It's definitely a much smaller city. It's a government city. Has a different vibe, you know. It does have some neat areas like the Byward Market neighborhood. I mean, tons of restaurants and bars and stuff in there. No shortage of like places to eat or drink if that's what you're into. It's quite lively. The city that never stops sleeping. I think Ottawa gets a bit of a, I don't know. It gets put down, I think, a bit more than it deserves. Let's put it that way. It's not so bad. Of course, I'd much rather live in Toronto than Ottawa. And it did feel very small. As a Torontonian walking around in Ottawa, it felt very small. Gonna re-plug in my power bank here. If you're curious about Ottawa, I have a little playlist on my main channel page of Ottawa videos and my live stream. Toronto is expensive. That is correct. How far is the forested area from this city, from Toronto? You have to drive like an hour out of town. Once you get up past Barrie, going north, that's when it starts to get that sort of forested landscape. And then once you're up in Muskoka, you're right in the middle of it, or Algonquin Park. Most of southern Ontario, though, is farmland, you know. You can go east also and find some foresty areas like the Kawarthas. You have to go like an hour and a half out of the city. Toronto's not the capital of Canada because at the time they thought that Toronto was too vulnerable to American attack, being located where it was. And Ottawa was a bit more far-flung, you know. It seemed like a safer choice, so that's why I think they chose Ottawa, or Bytown it was called. Then it became Ottawa. And I think being right on the border between Ontario and Quebec also was a factor. But even Ottawa is pretty close to the US border now, right? But at that time, there wasn't a lot of people living in those areas. Whereas Toronto was pretty close to upstate New York, you know, there was already a lot of settlements and sizable cities all around in upstate New York and southern Ontario. Ottawa was sort of out there in the middle of nowhere at that time. It just seemed safer, like a safer choice. Yeah, right on the border of Quebec and Ontario. To, you know, appease the English-speaking Canadians and the French-speaking Canadians. Kingston was also capital for a little while. Very nice little city in eastern Ontario. But it's also right on the border. New York State is just like a stone's throw away from Kingston. Alright, we're going up Victoria Street. Hey, default. Yeah, before Confederation, that's right. And Toronto was the capital at one point too, right, of Upper Canada. So they moved it around. They moved it around. Hey, Reggie. We're an hour and a half in. Yeah, more snow. It's still coming down. Hasn't completely stopped yet. Super light though. It's not even affecting my phone or gimbal. Lombard Street. I quite like this street. It's just a sort of unassuming little side street here, but I don't know, it sort of appeals to me for some strange reason. Yeah, phone, gimbal, everything's good. Gimbal's still in the green. Phone is at 100%. I just keep everything constantly charged when I stream in the winter. This powerful new power bank I have is really awesome. Charge a bunch of things simultaneously. Hope you're doing good, Estelle. We're on Richmond Street. .446 viewers, not too shabby. Thanks again to everyone for checking out the stream tonight. Come and say hi in the chat if you've never done that before, if you want. No pressure. Crossing Young. Get to the Sky Tower. Get to the Sky Tower. That's right, Jillian. Don't forget to hit the notification bell if you do subscribe. Yeah, it's been getting warmer all day. It's much warmer now than it was in the morning. And it's going to plunge down into the deep freeze again. Hello, America. Oh, that's neat. Dire warning. A lot of steam coming out of this manhole here. Do they still call them manholes? Vent, whatever the heck you want to call it. Human being portal? Maybe a human being portal. That's what we can call it. Looks more like a vent though. It's not round. It's just a steam vent. Hey, Drew. Yeah, there is a manhole, if you want to call them that. To be honest though, most of the time you see people crawling down in those things. They're usually men, right? They're usually men who crawl down in those things and get all gross and dirty, whatever the heck they're doing down there. Hey, Quad Mods, hello. Hello, Pamela. I don't consider that sexist. It's just based on a lifetime of observation. That's all. Hey, Dixon Cider. There's Nathan Phillips Square. We got people skating on the rink over there. I can hear the music from here though, so I'm not going to go any closer. They blast the copyright music there at the rink. Yeah, Carney's speech was awesome. It was the speech of an intelligent adult, right? Unlike the speech from the other guy that was also last night that rambled on for about an hour and a half or whatever. Could barely decipher what that speech was supposed to say. But Carney's speech was something that will go down in the history books. Going north up Bay Street. The music is blasting all the way over here. Hey, Hazelnut. Hey, sure thing, Earth Rising. I'm still live, that's right. We're not even like 2 hours in yet. What am I having for dinner? I'm not sure yet. Not too sure. Hey, Robert Sprite. I'm heading up Bay Street. We'll wipe off the lens here. glad the snow stuck around while I was streaming. I wasn't sure if by the time I was out here if it would have stopped already, but it seems to have continued, so I don't have to change my title. I can leave that in, the snow part. I didn't want to put snowfall in the title and then be walking around without any snowfall. I'd get accused of clickbait or something. But we have snowfall, as you can see. Hey, Zinga Man. There's the magical land of Yonge and Dundas down that way. And here's the downtown's only Red Lobster as far as I know. I'm not even sure where the next closest Red Lobster is to this one. I've never noticed any in the whole greater downtown or central area, because I've walked around every part of it really. Bathurst, is that where the next one is? Whereabouts on Bathurst? Like Bathurst and what? Maybe I have walked past it, I just didn't notice. Warden and Shepherd, yeah, I rarely ever walk out that way. Yeah, it's an American restaurant, right? Red Lobster. I've never eaten there. I don't eat seafood. I deserve a steak. Well, thank you very much. I don't really eat steak, but thanks for saying so. Dufferin and Orphis Road. Maybe I have seen that one, you know? I might have actually walked past that one before. Sleep is a time machine to breakfast. It is. It's also a time machine to Christmas morning if you're a little kid, right? All you want to do on Christmas Eve is go to sleep, so Christmas will arrive a lot faster. But then you're too excited that you can't sleep. I used to lie in bed awake for like half the night on Christmas Eve, unable to fall asleep. You get it out of the way on the eve. I think we opened one present on Christmas Eve when I was a kid. And then all the rest had to wait. Yeah, I was all hopped up on those sugar sandwiches. That didn't help. Didn't help me get to sleep. I also used to like to make toast with cinnamon. Did you ever do that? some toast, put some butter, margarine, whatever on it, and then sprinkle some cinnamon all over it. I used to do that too. There's Elm Street. I guess that's not that uncommon, right? Cinnamon toast. I think that was a pretty popular thing for a lot of people. The color purple says yes. And sugar. Yeah, I think I did that too, yeah. But sometimes I just have straight sugar sandwiches. Just 2 pieces of white bread. Just dump some sugar on it and have a sugar sandwich. Seems like most people have had cinnamon toast, but how many used to eat sugar sandwiches? Maybe I'm a bit of an outlier there. And it wasn't even brown sugar, it was white sugar. Ketchup sandwiches. Now that's something I never did. But I did eat French toast with ketchup, which Felicity found very off-putting. And I still do. I mean, I don't have French toast very often, but when I do, I still eat it with ketchup. Past Gerard. Bring up the Bay Street Canyon here. Do I like Cinnabon? Yeah, I mean, I don't go there very much, but I do like it. Every time I'm at the Dufferin Mall, you can smell that place in the whole mall. It smells so good. And there used to be a Cinnabon in Union Station back in the day, but when they redid the station, it went away. Now there's a different place there that's sort of like a imitation, a copy sort of Cinnabon. Saltine crackers with peanut butter and jam. I like to eat them with peanut butter. I don't usually put jam on them. But I can like sit there and eat like a whole package of saltines with peanut butter in one sitting. Yeah, that sounds good too. Everything sounds good. Everyone's saying things that sound delicious. College Park. Right in there. The Aura. Alright, let's keep going up Bay. Very nice skyscraper. The Aura looks great at night, yeah. Looks much better at night than it does in the daytime, I think. Vector. Yeah, I need to get some new Vector actually. I'm running low. Switch to the other side of the street. All right, we still got almost 400 viewers here. I think we lost some viewers a while ago. Maybe it was after I said Carney's speech was really good. Some people might have been offended by such a statement. So I'm not watching this guy's stream. He said that speech was good. It was good, yeah, but I mean, there are some people who are so trapped inside their ideological bubble that they wouldn't even be able to give credit where credit is due, you know, just because it was coming from him. They would just automatically say it was terrible or whatever. They're unable to separate their politics from the bigger picture, right? You know, there are tons of people out there who are like that. Whoa, what was that? Snowflake landed right on my lens. you know, there are people who go around town with they used to have the F Trudeau signs, now they have the F Carney signs, right? Those people. They just think Carney is a carbon copy of Trudeau for some ridiculous reason, when he's nothing like Trudeau at all. Just because he ran as a liberal, they just automatically think he's like another Trudeau. He's about as conservative as you can be and still call yourself a liberal, right? I mean, he's a banker. I didn't mean to get into a political rant there, but it happens sometimes. I try not to get political on the channel, as you know. It never leads to anything good. Yes, enjoy the views of Toronto. That's what this channel is all about. It's all about Toronto. But yet I still have a lot of people who hate Toronto who watch my videos, which is a bit puzzling to me, but hey, whatever floats your boat. All the Toronto haters are welcome to hate watch. Ugh, huge pile of slush right here. Ew. Yeah. Yeah, as long as they like and subscribe. Even if they subscribe just to say they hate Toronto. That's right, Felicity knows what's up. Or 12H08 in the chat. She knows what's up. I am very close to 31K. Like extremely very close, yes. There was a possibility I might have hit 31K tonight, but I think I might just end up a few short. Maybe like 10 or less subs short of 31K. So, hey, sub, right? Do all the subbing if you haven't already. Yeah, it took me a year and a half just to get my first 1,000 subs. A whole year and a half. But on a good month now, I can get 1,000 subs in 1 month sometimes, which is nice. That's not the norm though, but it does happen sometimes. It's usually more like 300 to 500 subs a month. It's been just a little over a month since I hit 30K. So this last month since then has been pretty good. Channel growth. Alright, we're approaching Bloor, Yorkville. Hey, thank you, Colleen. Yes, and thanks to everyone who has subscribed over the years. Both from way back in the early days of the channel and all the way up to tonight, if you're a brand new subscriber. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is a lot of fun for me to be able to do this, you know, as a job. It took a lot of work though. It took a lot of work and a lot of time to make that possible, but it's been fun the whole time. Okay, well, thank you very much, Drew. Hey, Mandy Haynes. All right, later, Estelle. Thanks again. Big Indigo store. Snow is still coming down. I know who my first subscriber was. Other than me, I'm not sure actually. I remember Mike Landry was one of the first though. He was one of the first to comment on my videos. I'm sure I could look back on my very first video and see some names there that might still be in the chat tonight. A lot of them have come and gone though. Or maybe they changed their names. And probably Johnny Strides was one of my first subs too. And I was probably one of his first subs. Back in those days, both of our channels were very small when we started out, obviously. I remember when I first saw Johnny's videos, he was doing hyperlapse videos. And I was like, hey, who's this other guy doing walking videos in Toronto? It's like, oh no, I have a competitor. But he was doing the hyperlapse videos and I was doing the long form type videos. So I was like, well, he's doing something different than what I'm doing. But both him and I were both inspired by Action Kid. We were both watching Action Kid in New York at the time. And I remember I posted on one of Action Kid's videos where I told him, I said, hey, I think I'm going to do walking videos in Toronto. You know, I love your videos. I'm going to try the same thing here in Toronto. And he was like, hey, cool, you should do it. And then I did it. I'm sure that post is somewhere still there on whatever video that was. That would have been back in like 2018. Right on, Greg. Cumberland Street. What is this place? Is this new? It might be new. Or maybe not. Yeah, he was sort of like the pioneer of this style of walking videos, as far as I know. Or he uploaded like consistently and did long walks. They were all pre-recorded walks at first, which was how I started also. And then I'm pretty sure I was the first to do it in Toronto. My first video was in July of 2018. Hey, cheers, Phil from Connecticut. Yeah, a lot of people started watching our channels during the pandemic. Yeah, no doubt, Colleen, no doubt. This building is starting to grow. They still have their winter moose here. I guess this isn't just a Christmas thing. They keep this up maybe all winter. It's very similar to the one that was down at Scotia Plaza, but that one was just for Christmas. The Four Seasons Hotel. A very fancy hotel. They look pretty. Yes, they do. It's a nice old fire hall. Back when this was Yorkville Village. All these buildings were here in the 1800s, before Yorkville became part of Toronto. Library branch here too, just up the street from the big ass library. I've never been inside the Yorkville branch here though. I should check it out sometimes or sometime. Is it still snowing? Looks like it. Did it stop? I don't see any. Oh yeah, still some snow coming down. Couldn't tell there. I had to look up at a light. Retail fully leased. Okay, I guess that means there'll be some store or restaurant opening there. That's good. Looks a bit lacking right now. The base of this very tall new condo. I think something would liven up this stretch really well there. Holy cow. It's the aroma of ganja. As that lady walked past me, that woman. I can still smell it. I literally can still smell it. Just ganja. Very strong ganja. Hey, Carlos. Yeah, that smell just sticks to you. It sticks to you, man. Hey, the ink-inspired life. Long light. Jeez. That seemed to take forever. Crossing Yonge again. Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Yeah, Mama's Pizza. Over there on the corner. There's also a Burrito Boys there. Hey, Brett Mallon. Good evening. Right, I'm on Church Street. Hello, Baby Grinch. Watching from Greenland. Wow, I don't think I've had a... I mean, I remember you in the chat before, but I don't remember you being from Greenland. That's pretty neat. I think we got some good news today, right? On the news regarding Greenland. Haven't really seen the full report yet. I'll have to check it out later, but I caught a glimpse of what seemed like good news. I've been sort of not watching the news today. I'll do it later once I'm home. Hey, Chowdhury. I should wrap up at Fresco and Sherbourne. I should I? Why is that? I wasn't really planning on that.
Meeting with him.
That's true, Christina. You never know what will pop into his head when he wakes up in the morning, right? Alright, 2.5 hours. I'm not gonna wrap it up yet though. It's so nice out, I'll continue for a little while longer.
No, new pizza. New pizza, remember? I know, I was like, that was great. That was $26.
Hey, Marlene, hello. Crossing Bloor. Yeah, thank you once again, Vivian. Do all the things Vivian just said right there, if you want. It would be awesome if you did. I kind of like this office complex here. I just wish it was taller. I think the design is pretty neat. If it was taller though, it would definitely be a lot more of a standout complex here. Is that right, Kurt? There's Tahini's. All right, have a good night, Vivian. And thank you very much once again. You get some good sleep tonight, and I'll see you in the next one. That place smells real good. It's new, a new place. I knew when I walked past here it was a smell I wasn't used to smelling. I was like, why does it smell so good here? It never used to, and that's why it's brand new. BFF. That's a good name for a burger place, right? Burgers and fries forever. Haha. I dig it. I wonder if they have a veggie burger. The better burger. I'll have to look into it. If they have a good veggie burger, they probably do. It smells so good. Holy moly. Yeah, good name, right? Burgers and fries forever. It's funny how the smell just alerted me that something different was there. It's like, wait a second. That smell was not there before. You get accustomed to the smells of the city, I guess, in certain places. Squeaky cat. maybe I'll do that. Good stuff. Good stuff, Scott. That came out as good scuff, Stott. But you know what I meant. Alright, I'm going down Church Street. Charles. Yeah, that's right. The CN Tower turns 50 years old this year. I'm sure there'll be some sort of celebration on the day, the actual anniversary of its opening day. I'm not sure when that is, but sometime this year. Hey, Baby Grinch, $4.99. Can you send some money from Minneapolis, Minnesota scheme? I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Baby Grinch, but everything that's happening in Minneapolis, Minnesota right now sounds like a nightmare, and I'm hopeful that it gets back to normal there as soon as possible. I couldn't imagine living in that city right now the way it is. But thank you very kindly for the super chat. Thank you very much, Baby Grinch. Cheers. Hey Maher, we did do that a bit earlier, yeah. Not with the CN Tower though, with the Sky Tower, which you can see from here actually. You can see the Sky Tower from everywhere now. There it is again. There it is again. Looks all mystical from here. Get to the Sky Tower, get to the Sky Tower. You can just see the very tippy top of the CN Tower from here. Barely. There it is. Can you see it? There it is. Oh, look who's in the chat. Oh no. Well, you're welcome as long as you behave yourself. All are welcome as long as they don't break any of the chat rules. Walking through the village here, Church-Wellesley Village. There's a Dead Dog Records. Again, I walked past there just not too long ago. Hey, have a good night, Donkey. See you in the next one. Get some good rest tonight. Hey, thank you, Jennifer Gala. Yeah, I have noticed a bit of an uptick in some of my streams lately. Tonight is a bit more typical, but I have had some recent streams that were getting some pretty high viewer numbers. It's always good to see. I think the cold, snowy weather has something to do with that. Hello, Cam. How you doing? Here's the bunker. Kind of reminds me of the cavern back in the early days of the Beatles. Here we got a drag queen bingo. I think that's what's going on there. Indian roti house. Yum, yum, yum. That's my favorite type of roti. Got a vegan hamburger place there, Soy Boys, north of Brooklyn Pizza. So many good food spots here. Ruvator, thank you. Adult convenience store. I find that kind of amusing. I could understand adult shop, right? Or adulty shop, but adult convenience store. Yes, I'd like some of your kinkiest soda pop, please. What's your sexiest flavor of chips? I think I'd like to buy those. Is that your sexiest potato chips? You like to dip them in that sour cream, don't you? The creamier the better. The Maple Leaf Gardens. What's the temperature currently? It's pretty mild. I think it's around -1 maybe. I'm just sort of guessing. It feels like around -1. Maybe -2. If it was any warmer, it would be raining instead of snowing, basically. Yeah, much cozier than Monday night. It was freezing on Monday, but it was still a good stream. I didn't think it was so bad actually once I was out walking for a while on Monday. All right, crossing Carlton. Looks like she's carrying some very heavy bags there. You can see her sort of straining. Oh, what was Cam doing? I didn't notice Cam misbehaving. All I saw was them say hello. That's pretty much all I saw. Let's not have the moderators trying to undo each other's actions. That's not how it's supposed to work. Hey, they're hiring. At the shawarma place. Alright, well, it is not really part of the chat rules, right, to be rude to other people. Or it goes against the chat rules, is what I'm saying. Maybe I'll release Cam from virtual jail at some point. Sometimes when people are hidden, I don't always leave them hidden. I'll like look at the list of hidden users and then I'll think, okay, this person has been hidden for a while. I'll unhide them again. You know, maybe they'll be cool, you know. Next time around, I always hope that that's what will happen. I like to give people second chances and third chances even. I didn't really see what was being said though. Oh well. I'll have to look back in the chat. But if you say something truly heinous and offensive, like, then that usually results in a permanent ban. If you're just being kind of a jerk, you might get hidden for the remainder of the stream, but maybe you'll be back again next time. And I hate to see the mods not getting along. That's why I tend to like fewer mods instead of more mods. I find the mods start to not get along amongst each other as time goes by. Because what one moderator might think is, you know, an acceptable thing to do, another moderator might not. It's a hard knock life. Yeah, that happens all the time, Felicity. That's just the way of the world. It's one of the laws of the universe. It's a hard mod life. Why didn't I think of that? I just want everyone to get along. Why can't we all just get along? We're just watching some schmuck walk around Toronto. Once again, I seem to be here at the Metro. We just passed 3 hours. Just literally seconds ago. Unplug my phone. I think it needs to be plugged in right now. Put my cord in my pocket. Put my cord in my pocket. Bit of a long cord. Hey, Nomad, the winter blues. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people suffer from that. I don't get the winter blues necessarily, but I do get a bit less enthusiastic, I guess you could say, about going out and doing my thing. I still do it, but I'm just not as into it during certain days in the winter. Hey, that's what I have. I have an Anker power bank. I have that big heavy duty power bank here. It works real good. You get sad in the winter, Felicity? Yeah. But I think this is where I'm going to be wrapping up the stream. Over 3 hours. Not too shabby, I guess. It was a great night. It was a fun stream. The weather was pretty damn nice, to be honest. Could use more winter nights like this. It snowed for a while, so I can leave that in the title. So I hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you in my next stream, maybe on Friday, although if it's minus 20 something, I don't know. I'll have to play it by ear. In any case, I'll be streaming again in the next few days. So keep an eye out, hit the notification bell if you haven't already done that, you know, as well as like, share, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. Do all the things, hit all the buttons. So I hope to see you in that next stream, and also tomorrow night in my premiere. There'll be a live chat during the premiere. Around 7:15ish p.m. or around there. So I'll be in the chat for that. A pre-recorded video, but we can pretend it's live as we watch together. And thanks to everyone just for chatting and watching. Thanks to the mods, Vivian and Alan K. I hope everyone gets along better next time. And thanks to everyone who sent support with all the super chats, super stickers, or any PayPal donations. It is very, very much appreciated. All the support is so awesome, and it means a lot. So cheers to each and every one of you. And all the channel members as well. Thank you to all of you. All right. Gonna head inside the Metro and head home. So until next time, I will continue. Alright, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you soon. Tomorrow, maybe, in the premiere. Right? Right. Alright. And that's it. Good night, all.